we will discuss related to the power devices, how the power electronic devices works, how they evolved, what is the procedure of their invention from normal power diode to the IGBT. So, today we will see the journey of the power devices. So, journey of the power devices means from the invention to the end of the hybrid device, which is called as the IGBT. Okay. So, why we need to study this? Because as per the inventions goes on, the application of the power devices and the power circuits comes into the picture. So, there are different applications of the power devices, and depending upon the applications, the devices are used mostly. So, before going to the higher devices, let us try to study first the invention of that normal power diode. We know that the diode is a one junction, two terminal device. You can see the semiconductor diode. The semiconductor diode is having two terminal, anode and cathode. Okay. Now, these semiconductor scientists initially find out this one device, which is called as the diode. And now, from this diode, what they have did, they take two diodes and connected them back to back. When the two diodes are connected back to back, they form another device, which is called as the transistor. Means transistor is nothing but it is a three terminal, two junction semiconductor device. Now, after the transistor has been invented, the transistors are mostly used for the amplification purpose as well as the switching purposes. Now, when they want to turn on the switch, they are finding out for the unidirectional application of the switches. So, the unidirectional application means like a rectifier, like a diode. So, but whatever the output you will get across the load, that output should be a controlled output. Means if you see the rectifier circuit, which is built up with the help of diode, is having the constant output DC voltage. But suppose you want the variable output DC voltage, in that case you must have one control terminal. That control terminal is with the SCR. So, SCR is having the gate terminal, which can use for controlling the output voltage. So, how the SCRs are formed? The SCR is formed now with the help of two transistors connected back to back. Transistor is formed with the help of two diodes connected back to back. Now, the SCR is formed with the help of two SCRs connected back to back. Means they have taken one SCR NPN, transistor NPN, and second transistor as a PNP transistor. One NPN transistor and another PNP transistor, they fabricate in anti-parallel direction. Means what? They are connected back to back. So, when they are connected back to back, means what? The emitter of first transistor is connected to the collector of second transistor, and collector of the first transistor is connected with the emitter of the second transistor, and base is made common. So, that base common is form the gate. Okay. So, in this way, the anode and cathode of the SCR is formed with the help of two transistors. So, SCR is nothing but what? It is the two transistors connected back to back. Transistor is nothing but what? Two diodes connected back to back. Means anode of the first diode is connected to the cathode of the second diode, and cathode of the first diode is connected to the anode of the second diode. In this way, the transistor is formed. Okay. So, now this SCR is mostly used in AC as well as DC application. In AC application, we know that for conversion of AC signal to the DC signal is done with the help of control converter. Now, these control converters are semi converter, full converter, all these converters are there with the help of AC circuit. Now, in DC circuit, when we are using the SCR, we are finding the problem of commutation of the SCR. So, commutation of the SCR will not take naturally in case of DC circuit, because your input is constant. So, you will have to apply different commutation circuit that I have already explained in the one of my video, which is commutation of the SCR. You please go and see that. After that, scientists is not stop here. They invented another device, which is called as the triac. Now, this triac is nothing but it is a two SCRs again connected back to back. Again connected back to back means what? They have taken one SCR and another SCR. Now, Here first SCR and second SCR, they are connected back to back. So anode of the first SCR is connected to the cathode of the another SCR, and cathode of first SCR is connected to the anode of the SCR, and in this way they form the new device that is called as the triac. Now what is meant by triac? Triac is nothing but it is a 3-terminal AC operating device. If you bifurcate it like this, you will come to know that it is a tri and ac. Tri stand for 3-terminal and AC stand for AC operating device. Means the triac is having the ability to control the AC voltage, whereas this SCR is having the ability to control the AC voltage, but only the positive half cycle. Means SCR will conduct only when anode is positive with respect to cathode. But in case of triac, triac can conduct in either direction. When MT1 is positive with respect to MT2, what will happen? This SCR S1 will conduct like this. And when this terminal is positive with respect to this terminal, what will happen? The MT current flows from MT2 to MT1. So means what? There is a bidirectional control take place. That I have already explained in case of AC voltage controller. You can go and see that video as a AC voltage controller. I have given the in I notation. So you please refer that card and see my AC voltage controller with the help of 2 SCRs connected back to back. So means what? Here triac is nothing but it is a combination of 2 SCRs which is connected back to back. In this way, scientists invented or found the another device which is called as the triac. Okay. So what is the basic element? Is the semiconductor. From that semiconductor they invented the diode. From diode they invented the transistor. From transistor they invented the SCR. From SCRs, 2 SCRs connected back to back, they invented the another device which is called as the triac. So in this way, from normal semiconductor to the triac, they have invented all the devices. Okay. Now all these devices, since we know that the semiconductor, that is silicon, these all are made with the help of silicon. That's why it is called as the silicon control converter. So in this case, what is the output? Output is the current. So because we know that diode, all these devices are made with the help of diode. So that is nothing but diodes are connected back to back. So what will happen? What is the diode current equation? From that diode current equation you come to know which is the forward current. The forward current is nothing but the current flowing through the device, through the diode. Means what? Whatever the output current, this family is called as the current control devices. These are the current control devices. So there are the semiconductor devices are broadly classified into 2 families, current control family and the voltage control family. Okay. So all these part, that is diode, transistor, SCR and triac, all are the current control devices. Now we will see the another family which is called as the voltage control device, that is MOSFET. So in power electronics, your switching action should take place at a very high frequency with high power. So for that you require the higher rating voltages, so higher rating devices. For that the MOSFET comes into the picture after the this triac. So what happened? The MOSFET is nothing but this input junction is isolated from the drain and the source. So that's why it comes that this input junction is totally isolated. Because of that, what will happen? The input impedance of the MOSFET is high. So because of that, what will happen? There is a possibility, there is no possibility of getting reverse discharge of the devices, or any leakage current problem will be sought out. That will occur in case of transistor. So in power electronics, you should understand one thing. There are 2 types of MOSFET which is used in the power electronics. One is called as the depletion type of MOSFET and another one is called as the enhancement type of MOSFET. So mostly in all power electronics in which you want to use the transistor as an switch, where you should apply the enhancement type of MOSFET only. Because in enhancement type of MOSFET, the switching action is very good and practically there is no leakage current flows, and we want to close the switch by applying the gating pulse. When we apply the gate pulse, at that time the switch will be on, and because of that the enhancement type of MOSFET is mostly preferred in all power electronics application. Now we have the advantages of transistor. We know that transistor is having certain advantages of on-state voltage drop, low on-state voltage drop. What is the on-state voltage drop for the transistor when it is acting as a switch? So it is very low, that is VCE sat. So VCE sat is nothing but the collector to emitter saturation voltage. So VCE sat is nothing but VCE sat. VCE sat in case of transistor it is 0.2 volt. Means that is the advantage of transistor, that is output on-state voltage drop is of just 0.2 volt. Okay. So what will happen in case of MOSFET, if you see the data sheet of the MOSFET is having on-state voltage drop of ranging 2 to 5 volt. So the drop on-state voltage drop across the MOSFET is very high. In case of any converter, if you want to build up with the help of MOSFET, then maximum voltage will come across the MOSFET only. So because of that there is a loss of energy. So the efficiency of that converter will be less if you are building the any circuit with the help of MOSFET. Okay, there is another side that MOSFET is having another feature, good feature, but whenever we are building a converter, we are looking for the efficiency, and that efficiency is not that much as compared to MOSFET. Okay, so that's why scientists again built up the another device which is called as the hybrid device. Now this hybrid device is named as an IGBT. IGBT stand for insulated gate bipolar junction transistor. Means what? It is having the advantage of MOSFET as well as BJT. Now what is the advantage of MOSFET? MOSFET advantage is that insulated gate. So you can see here the gate of the IGBT is insulated, whereas the output of the IGBT look like a transistor. So it is having the VCE sat of 0.2 volt. This advantage of VCE sat will comes to the output side of the IGBT, whereas the high input impedance and the isolation of the channel will be from the MOSFET. So in this way we come to the conclusion that this IGBT is having the advantage of MOSFET as well as transistor. So because of that this device is called as the hybrid device. Now what do you mean by hybrid device? How to understand the hybrid? People says always the hybrid is bad. No, hybrid is not bad at all. So what is bad? The chemical and the fertilizer which you are using for the fertilizer, that is bad. Here you can see that what is the good property of this MOSFET is the insulated gate. That is the good characteristics of the MOSFET. So scientists taken that characteristics of the MOSFET, that is that property of the MOSFET, that is the high input impedance, and what is the characteristics of the transistor is low VCE sat, that is low on-state voltage drop. So they take it from the transistor. So transistor ka VCE sat and in isolation of the MOSFET, they combine together both the properties of the MOSFET and the transistor together to make the new device which is called as the insulated gate bipolar junction transistor. इसको अगर नॉर्मल भाषा में अगर हमको समझना चाहे तो हम कैसे समझ सकते हैं कि ये हाइब्रिड डिवाइस कैसे बनाते हैं? कि मान के चलो आपके पास एक आम का पेड़ है और उस आम के पेड़ पे बहुत सारे आम आते हैं, लेकिन उनकी साइज काफ़ी छोटी छोटी होती है और बहुत सारे होते हैं. मतलब क्या है, एक पेड़ है हमारे पास जिसमें बहुत सारे आम लगते हैं लेकिन काफ़ी छोटे छोटे आम लगते हैं, और दूसरा एक पेड़ है हमारे पास में जिसपे बहुत मीठे आम लगते हैं लेकिन काफ़ी बड़े बड़े आम लगते हैं. ओके, सो दोनों की प्रॉपर्टी अलग है. पहले पेड़ की है कि जिसपे बहुत सारे आम लगते हैं बट साइज में छोटे हैं, और दूसरी की प्रॉपर्टी क्या है, मीठे आम लगते हैं लेकिन बड़े बड़े भी लगते हैं लेकिन कम लगते हैं. तो हमने क्या किया, इस आम को पेड़ को इस आम के पेड़ के साथ में ब्रीडिंग करवाया, और उसके कारण जो नया हाइब्रिड पौधा निकला है उस पे बड़े बड़े रसीले और मीठे आम मिलते हैं आपको. सो इसी कहते हैं हाइब्रिडाइजेशन. तो ये जो डिवाइस है, ये हाइब्रिड डिवाइस है, ये इसी तरीके से बना है. इट कंबाइंस द बोथ द फीचर्स of MOSFET and transistor, and because of that it can operate at a very high frequency, at very high voltage, and at the same time the on-state voltage drop is very less. So that is the journey of power devices, right from diode to SCR, triac, MOSFET and IGBT. Here after the IGBT, there is no such inventions take place in MOSFET. That's why sometimes we sometimes called that power electronics field is near to saturation, because there is no invention take place in the devices. So here we study today the introduction of the power devices, in which we studied the diode, SCR, triac, MOSFET and IGBT. So that's all for today's. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Professor Jitendra Davde Online Learning Solution. Thank you.